tell us a little bit about this maker movement, and do companies really need to embrace this philosophy to become innovative? And share an example with us if you could.
So the maker movement is sort of a cultural phenomenon where it's like the blend of do-it-yourself, technology advances and sort of hacking all into one, where people are just getting comfortable trying to prototype new things, build upon existing solutions. And Square, for example, was launched as the output of one of these maker shops where they sort of played around with different components to the device that would plug into a smartphone to be able to scan a credit card reader. And part of the philosophy that we like is just this notion of tinkering. So consistent with making a minimally viable move is just playing around with an existing offer, an existing product, an existing service to see how you can make it better and see how the world can respond. So the notion we like is just, let's test something new and put it out into the world and see whether customers behave in the way that we want them to behave or not. And we see some of the world's great companies consistently doing that. Like Amazon is constantly testing lots of new offers. So that's a philosophy. We also see this consistent with the principles that I know you're trying to create in learning. Is lots of schools are adopting makers movements in the classroom just to be able to give kids that hands-on, do-it-yourself, kind of play around with the world mentality to see how they could be the cause of change to the world.
And that used to be that whole tactile experience that the Montessoris used to teach. And
yes.
I'm sure they still do, but that was their basis going back even before technology. They made their kids no computers, no anything, have to do tactile,
Yeah.
learn by doing, make mistakes.
And now
they were embracing that early on.
Exactly, and now we're seeing it play out in classrooms with robotics and making and programming and coding and all kinds of different forms of versions of makers movement.
Is your daughter learning coding yet?
Not yet, but it's funny you asked that question, Tracy, because I think one of the choices I wrestled with was whether or not to put her in Mandarin lessons, because I've always wanted to learn Mandarin myself, and I've tried over the years, and it's hard, as you know, for adults
right.
to learn new languages. And so, then I got to thinking, it's like, well, when she's an adult, and are we going to have technology that's powerful enough to do direct translation? And then ultimately we decided that we would do it because she would have the capability to be more empathetic when you can speak the language. But I said, if you want to be successful in the new world, have a high EQ, be able to be empathetic with what people need, and have that ethnographic skill, and then be able to code it into a technology solution. So those would be the two skills I'm looking to get from my daughter.